Guys, it's me again, and today I'm going to be teaching you how to play Niloticus and the Mimic, the two brand new monsters, which are either coming out on Friday or on two separate Fridays, but either way, I want y'all to have a decent understanding as to how they play, even though you can probably tell from the official gameplay, but either way, I'm just here to give you some advanced knowledge on each character so that you know how to play them on release. Anyways, let's start off with our first of the two new combatants. That being badass intro aside, Niloticus is going to be the first one we're talking about. Niloticus, as you can see from the footage, is one of the fastest monsters in the game, which is pretty devastating, because, well, usually the fastest monsters are fogborn and chase mode, so this is definitely going to have some balancing issues. Anyways, here are going to be the stats. Or are the stats. The stats for Niloticus are as follows. 18 base damage, 30 speed apparently, 30 stamina due to its fast speed, and that's really it for normal stats. Now let's talk about abilities. The first is his lunge, which kind of acts like too slow except better, in my opinion. And then there's his second ability, his Radiation Mist, which is an AoE move that you can place anywhere in the map, which causes any player to step into it to gain the radiated status, which increases damage dealt to them by Niloticus and or other survivors by 25 damage, according to the wiki. And that's all I really have about him. And because of that, time to go on ahead to the next one. That's the second monster we're going to be covering today is the Mimic, or Vita Mimic as it's called in-game for some reason. The Mimic is the more gimmicky character and more hard to master, as there are several things going on. Now, before we talk about stats, we talk about abilities. Firstly, his is passive. Now, on the bottom of the screen, you can see there's a little Mimic damage meter right there. That's because for every kill the Mimic earns, his damage increases. Very bad for you, but good for him. And that's really all I know about the passive. I'm not looking at the wiki for this one. Anyways, now onto the actual abilities. First is his little set move. It acts like every single player vision move, except when you hit someone who's in the vision, they get dealt with a blade, which works as it sounds. I'm not going to tell you. And then there is his most prominent ability, the Elder Ascension, which causes him to become black, invisible to others, and can move very fast, which makes him good for sneaking up on people, making him more reliant on ambushes. Now anyways, time to his stats. Starting damage is 15, but increases up to 30 as you rack up kills. His speed, just know that in Elder Ascension mode, he's at the same speed as a thundering fogborn, and at normal speed I cannot look anything up. I'm not wanting to look up the wiki for this. Event stamina, pretty high. No, actually no. Probably it's pretty good in medium. More near EXE than Niloticus. And that's really all for today. Well, actually, no. Proper strategies. For Niloticus, set up as much radiation mist as possible, and try to herd any survivors into that mist so that you can get extra damage off. Use your leap whenever you're a pretty far distance away from survivors, because you can easily catch them off guard, since you're pretty quiet when you're not walking. And that's really it for Niloticus' strategies, but now for the Mimic. Single target elimination is his priority, and you're gonna have to follow that rule strictly. Another thing is that you must rack up as much damage as possible by trying to single out targets, as I've already stated, to get yourself more damage. Always target the people who you've highlighted, regardless of whether they're at full health, no health, or just dead. Use Elder Ascension for traveling purposes and to sneak up on people. And finally, manage your stamina for both, especially in Niloticus. Anyways, that's all for this strategic guide for PC2. If you learned anything at all, then I'm proud that I've done that. Anyways, like and subscribe everyone, and see y'all next time.